Hi, this video will show you how to use the built-in Wireshark tracing capability in the SANBlaze VirtuaLUN to gather traces on network ports. First, if you haven't already done so, you can download the free Wireshark viewer from this website, wireshark.org. Simply click the link here and download the appropriate version for your desktop. Once that's installed on the system, you can go back to the SANBlaze GUI and capture a trace that you can then view in the external viewer. To access the tracing menu, click the tracing link here on the left-hand side. This will present you with three options here. The one that we want to do is network trace. When you click on the network trace, you'll get a list of all the network ports that are in the system. In this case, I have two 10 gig ports, so I have port 0 and port 1, and they show up here. You can then capture a trace on each individual port. In this case, you would specify the size of the trace that you want to capture, the maximum size. I'll leave it 10 meg. The size of the bytes per frame. If you want to see all the data in the frame, you would make it larger. I'll leave it as 2K. As it's tracing, you can see output from the trace right here in the GUI. You can either pick no output, brief, or verbose output. We'll leave it brief for now. And then finally, you can set up filters. There's an example here if you mouse over the box. If you don't want to capture all the traffic on the port. If you want to just capture everything, you can filter it later in the external viewer, so just leave everything blank. Once you're ready to go, you simply click the Start button, and then the tracing will begin in the background. As you can see, it's showing the brief brief trace output here. It's still running in the background. You can refresh the page if you want to update this. Once you've completed the trace and the traffic is finished, just simply click Stop, and this will go ahead and create this PCAP file, which is all the trace information. You can click on it here and display it in the GUI. However, we're going to use the external Wireshark viewer to display the trace. So you select the trace that you want to export and simply click Export. It'll then prompt you to save the file locally, so that's what I'll go ahead and do. And I just put it in my download folder. I can then open it up, and it's compressed, so I'll just click it once to uncompress it. And then I can just click on the trace to load it. It should load automatically in Wireshark since I already have the viewer installed. So I find the trace and just click on it. Wireshark will then load and display the trace. So as you can see, all the data is displayed here, and you can use all their built-in filtering and sorting capabilities and searching as well. This is a good way to get a good view into all the data and all the traffic running on a certain port.